We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere, make no mistake. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
We love the open county of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right.
We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere, make no mistake. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
We love the open county of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right.
We ain't giving up no mountains. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue saki, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue saki, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
This is Quincy Anderson. You know I love my country. There's no other country better than mine. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Hey, hey, Guyana is nice, Guyana is fun, Guyana is clean, Guyana is green, Guyana got oil, Guyana got gold, Guyana got young and Guyana got old. I ain't talking no more. Guyana got things, we growing wings and developing things. The government real and that's a big deal. I'm singing from my heart, Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I
Wake up, the day is bright, and I feel blue. Turn your dial, feel it fine, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wide in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Wake up, the day is bright, time to feel the flow. From your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. We'll keep you wired every way, in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we've got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. So grab your coffee, your tea, or toast. With Courdel Jones, we'll give you the most. Livewire, we'll give you the way. Coming to the energy, the beat of the street, the show that connects. It's where people meet. We're wired to your world, we got the news. On Livewire, there's nothing to lose. Livewire, turn and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. Wake up, the day is bright, and I feel the blue. Turn your dial for your vibe, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Wake up, the day is bright, time to feel the flow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. We'll keep you wired every way, in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. So grab your coffee, your tea, or toast. With Courdel Jones, we'll give you the most. Livewire, we'll give you the way. Coming to the energy, the beat of the street, the show that connects. It's where people meet. We're wired to your world, we got the news. On Livewire, there's nothing to lose. Livewire, turn and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. It's your
Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Livewire. It is the 23rd of October, 2024. I trust everybody's having a very productive week. And, I'm hoping that you have a wonderful day. Whatever you're doing, you're going to work, you're staying at home, getting some stuff done on the road. I'm trusting that everyone will have a wonderful day. Morning to the persons in the diaspora. Morning to the persons across the 10 administrative regions of Guyana. And special good morning to the Livewire family. I was really happy yesterday. I had a chance to meet Mr. and Mrs. Bisram. I was actually just passing through, dropping off something at the Ministry of Housing. And these people recognized me and they said hello. So if you guys see me anywhere, please don't be afraid to say hello. I always like to meet the viewers. So morning to Mr. and Mrs. Bisram. They're here in the country conducting some business, getting themselves sorted. And I'm glad when I hear and see persons who left this country. According to them, they left Ghana some 40 years ago. Um, to see people actually looking and willing to come back, based on what they're seeing, the development and that kind of thing. It's good to see that persons are noticing what is happening, they're appreciating what's happening, and they're looking at the possibilities of coming back um, to Guyana, right? Well, I got somebody. Andrew, welcome, Mr. New Guy. So, morning to the persons in the comment section. Leslie Mangal, morning to you. Lenny Lachman, morning. Ramnarayan Singh, Joan Abidjan, Rajendra Singh, Brahim Amarali, Nadia, morning to you. Shani Ramaya, morning to you. Lana Ramaya, morning to you as well. Wazim Nabi, morning to you. Joseph Sitar, Bonito Rocky, Derek Drupal, Narayan Singh, Chris, Mohammed Isaf, Hanuman Prem Kumar, Jamila Kayum, Vijay Lacha, morning to you. Umar Sharif, Cecil Rampasad, Jane from St. Martin, special good morning to you. Imran Ali, morning to you. Fawood Khan, morning to you. No Fawood. Mohammed Isaf, morning to you. I think I called you already. Krishna Deodat, morning. Bibi Kali Charan, Philip Gonraj. Sunil Raghubir, morning to you. Pam, morning to you, and Trevor. Leslie Faisal Ghani, morning to you. Philip Diabru, Eunice Raghubir, morning to you, and Rita. Alan Khan, good morning to you. Andrea Matthews, good morning to you from the Durban Street area there. Violet Prasad, good morning. Shitra Sukraj. Deshaun Abrams, morning to you, brother. Blessings all around to you and the family. Ion Bipat joining us from Barbados. Andrew Norian. This is the same last name Raj got, and I could never pronounce this thing. I gotta ask them to pronounce it today for me. That last one they just mess with me. Ormela Gusai, morning to you. Sherwin Siram, Loretta Young Cully, morning to you. Prasad Pati, Richard Stanislas, Duraj Nath, morning to you. Daniram Bishram, morning to you. So this is the guy I met yesterday, Daniram Bishram and his wife. I met them yesterday at the Ministry of Housing, trying to get some stuff started there. So morning to you, Daniram, morning to your wife as well. I hope you guys continue to enjoy the rest of your stay in Guyana, and hopefully you guys get back to Guyana soon, on a permanent basis, right? And like I said, it's good to see persons from the diaspora actually come and hear their thoughts, because that's the thing I always ask them. If you meet me and you tell me look at the show, and you somehow I find out that you're from overseas, you're overseas based Guyanese, and you're back here now, I always want to find out what are your thoughts, what based on what you see, right? You just driving around the place, what do you think? And it's usually good reviews based on what they left, or persons would have left when left the state they would have left the country in, when they would have decided to migrate, So morning again to the Bisrams. Keith Adams, morning to you. Shakila Bridgelal, Pram Prashad, morning to you. Richard Munsami, morning to you. I was spelling that guy's name wrong. Asif Hamad, wrong. Asif Hamad, morning to you. Leah Shri Kishun, morning to you. Oh, Data Nandalal. Morvina Williams, morning to you. Carla Thomas, Riaz Ali, Rajendra Mahes, Michael Captain, morning to you. Sharita Ferguson, morning to you. Ronald Jones on the live. Maureen Razio, Lisa Balkaran, Rakesh, morning to you. Jasoda Budram, morning to you. Right, good. Sorry about that. Sarah Mosley, Annette Williams, we got Vishnu Narain, morning. Ravi Jaichan, morning to you. Ganesh Samlal, David Sobrian, Ronel Williams, morning to you. Who else we got here, by? Annie Chan, Neil Ramlakan, Faisal, call you already. Carlos, Carlos, morning to you. Vira Badar, morning to you. Tara Rampasad, morning. Vishram Patrick, who never asks what? You chat, this man, I swear my uncle is one of the oldest people on the internet. And he's supposed to be technologically savvy. He has come so far apart. Jesus, man. Right? What's wrong with you, man? Come on, man. Anyway, guys, morning. Let's get into it for today. Thank you guys for being here for another program. Please don't forget this evening. Oh gosh, I can't continue without Zoe. Morning to you. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. I hope the baby's doing fine. And all is well. Right. So as I was saying, this evening, Pam Singh begging for you, Uncle Ran. She begging for you. I'm gonna try with you. Right, old boy? So this evening, guys, please don't forget, this will be the first episode of Behind the Agenda, Plans, Policy, and Progress, hosted by yours truly, and we will be having in detailed commentary from none other than financial analyst Joel Bagwadin. We'll be looking at policy breakdowns, on the ground impact. We'll also be looking at the oil and gas sector. Joel will also be thank you for the share, Karen. Joel will also be taking us through the paces in relation to the economic roadmap so that we can have a clear idea of where Guyana is heading to, right? And how the plans and the policies that are being implemented are geared to impact the everyday Guyanese, right? So please tune in this evening, 7:30 to 8:30. We'll be live on Livewire TV on YouTube and Facebook. We'll also be live on Livewire News on Facebook. We'll be live on my personal Facebook page, and eventually we'll be able to tie in, I think, Joel's Facebook page as well, so that we'll be able to broadcast from there as well, right? So again, Behind the Agenda, Plans, Policies, and Progress. First, the debut show happening this evening, Wednesday, the 23rd of October, starting at 7:30 sharp to 8:30 with myself and commentary and analysis from Joel Bagwade, right? And you know Joel is a wealth of knowledge. You must come away learning something. You must come away learning something. And even if you learn nothing, you have a better understanding of what you know already, right? So please ensure you guys tune into the program. That aside, before let me go positive before I go negative. Let me look. Let me go positive before I go negative. Let me go positive. We gotta start on a positive note in relation to development, because apparently, you know, it's crazy how some persons operate. So, Minister of Public Works, Bishop Juan Edgel, would have alluded to some works that will be happening in the Linden Region 10 area there, and it is the government who will be investing some $100 million towards the upgrade of the Linden waterfront area there, right? Now, this again is a commitment of nearly $100 million for the Linden waterfront development, and this demonstrates a substantial investment in the community, aiming to improve the local infrastructure and promote economic growth, right? The new developments will specifically accommodate boat operators, ensuring that they have access to essential facilities, which this includes the new landing at the Mackenzie waterfront, which will make it easier for operators to dock their boats safely. The initiative aims to create a safer and cleaner environment for both boat operators and visitors by improving infrastructure and facilities. The government is promoting public health and safety in that waterfront area there in Linden. Now, the enhancements will facilitate a range of local events typically held at the waterfront, providing a better venue for cultural and community activities. This can foster community engagement and attract more visitors to that region. Now, for persons who know would know, or for those who don't know, Linden has a reasonably proper tourism product. There's the Blue Lake. The people usually go hiking up there. You got fishing at Rockstone. Well, don't let me say Linden, Region 10. Region 10, because Linden is just the town in the region. So Region 10 has a pretty good tourism product. There are creeks, they got the Blue Lake, you got the Rockstone fishing, all sorts of things. You got the tongue week activities. We deal in positives. The tongue week. We know what they do at the tongue week, but still, things like the tongue week and that kind of thing. The mere fact that they will the stadium at Mackenzie there will be finished in time for the next year cricket carnival. We'll most likely see games in Linden there. The waterfront should be finished by then and would allow for the hosting of activities. And this augurs well for Lindeners, because at the end of the day, it's Lindeners who will benefit from either the room rentals, the sales of food or whatever it is that is available on the market there during those periods and other periods as well. So it is major support for local events in the region. Now, the construction will include vital amenities such as toilet facilities, shaded areas for waiting passengers. This attention to detail will improve the overall experience of users of the waterfront, right? Now, the waterfront project is a part of a broader initiative to develop Region 10, which includes the construction of new bridges. And wow, why serious hard man? I'm going at me. Right. So the construction is a part of a broader initiative for Region 10. And like I said, it includes bridges, the construction of bridges and roads as well in the area. And this comprehensive approach aims to enhance the connectivity and accessibility in the region. So once that new bridge comes online that connects Wismar and Mackenzie, then you have the road that takes you all the way to Letem. Once that is completed, that will ensure persons are able to traverse that corridor quite easily, and opens up a lot of economic activity, opens up a lot of land, gives people easier access to a lot of land, and in those spaces there for further development of the region. So overall, I think this here will be very beneficial to the residents of Region 10. Now, improved infrastructure can lead to increased business opportunities. The boat service operators will have a safer place to operate. The persons using the service will also feel much safer, right? Again, local entrepreneurs will have opportunities as well, and just generally boost the economy of Region 10, right? So hats off to the government and the ministry for getting this off the ground and getting it started, right? And once it's finished, I'm pretty sure the Lindeners, Region 10 people will be very, very happy with this addition that will be there. And how could I forget the resurfacing of the Linden Suicide Highway? I think they'll have 2,900 lights, 3 roundabouts, and something else. I think several truck stops as well too. So that is a whole connection there, straight from Region 9, or let's even say straight from Brazil into the capital city. And do remember, we have the Heroes Highway that is going to be coming up to Tamari. I'm pretty sure after the government is finished with that extension of the 4 lane from Diamond, I think they're going to Grove right now or whatever it is. It will continue on that road until it gets to Tamari as well. So you'll be able to come all the way from Brazil on asphaltic surface. So you could drive your Tida, your Vitz, wherever it is. Or like my friend Tyson English, who love to ride from one end of the country to the other, he can have that problem with all that mud and stuff he's usually got to deal with. So an asphaltic surface, all the way from the border there with Brazil into Linden, fresh resurfaced Linden Suzdijk Highway, New Heroes Highway taking you into into the capital city and extending to the East Coast Road. And then you'll also have the 4 lane. Oh boy, wow. Oh. You'll also have the East Bank Public Road that we all know, that 2 lane that is being expanded into a 4 lane now, eventually completed. And you have all these thoroughfares for persons to move freely. You understand? And as the vice president and the president would normally say, it cuts down on the man hours that persons are would spend in traffic moving from point to point, right? So I just wanted to share that with you in relation to development in Linden and things moving forward in Linden, and remind you that this area is an area, and this is not an indictment on the people of Linden. This area is an area that supports the opposition, right? But they will go to the diaspora and say Afro-Guyanese communities like Linden are being excluded, and the government ain't doing anything in PNC strongholds and that kind of nonsense. But on the ground is something completely different. So again, Mr. and Mrs. Bisram could have been hearing all sorts of things about this country, all sorts of things. This and the, oh God, all kind of thing. But guess what? They came back and they had a first-hand account of what is actually happening. And when you contrast it to what you hear from certain quarters, you want to know if it is the same country these people living in, right? If it's the same country. So yesterday was Tuesday. Yesterday was Tuesday, as all of us know here. And we had a full stupid team on the road. And I'm not afraid to say it, a full stupid team on the road. Continuing with this clean voters list, and voters list is padded and voters list is bloated and all this nonsense. These people completely understand what is going on with the voters list. They understand the processes and the mechanisms that GCOM has in place to deal with death. Wow. Death, or don't even let me say death, in relation to removing anybody off of the list. The criteria has already been set. You hear me? It has already been set. So the other day I was looking at a video, and Vincent Alexander, the PNC GCOM commissioner, was saying that GCOM has this bunch of ID cards that were never collected and something, and you know, based on what he's saying, my understanding was because these people didn't collect these ID cards, they don't exist, right? And they should most likely be removed from the list. But folks, again, no matter whether you're living in Guyana or not, whether you collect your ID card or not, you can't be removed from the list for those reasons. You cannot be removed from the list for those reasons. Those people who live in overseas, let me use the Bisrams as an example. Since I meet them and I know for sure they live in overseas, they're still Guyanese. They're still Guyanese. So if Mr. and Mrs. Bishram still have their ID card. They got a Guyanese passport, or probably they got a birth certificate that they can go and get an ID card. They're entitled to be on the list, whether they live here or not. Residency is not a criteria. You understand me? If Mr. and Mrs. Bisra decide when the government sharing out this $100,000 and they have the necessary documents, a ID card, a Guyana passport, and they come here, they're entitled to the $100,000. They're Guyanese. Whether they left here 100 years ago, 200 years ago, they're entitled. So this argument that you have all these ID cards that have not been collected, what's wrong with you? It's recently, so about you could say 2 weeks ago or 2.5 weeks ago, I collected a replacement ID card. Now, I had an ID card which was in terrible condition, right? But because of my experiences in the past with GCOM, and I think I'd lost my ID card a few years ago, good time ago, and I went to replace it, and it took forever. It took forever. This last time it happened very quickly, I must say. I was actually surprised because they tell me, I think they said a week, and I did go back in a week, and it was there waiting on me. So I was even going with the intention of rowing, because most likely it wouldn't have been there, but it was there. You understand? And Pam, even if you're yet to collect your ID card, once it's there and you get it, you can't come off the list. Anyway, so that this time around it was quick. I must say it was quick. But the reason I never followed up with this whole ID card thing is because I was like, man, I don't like walking on the road with my passport. And I don't know when GCOM gonna get me back this damn ID card. So I can just try with it until somebody say, man, we recognize this ID card. It's in too terrible a condition. You understand? So again, all these persons, even these worries that on the road here every Tuesday, that will not enter the National Assembly, whether of the PNC in government or opposition. They will not enter the National Assembly. I'm telling you this. You hear what I'm telling you? The persons out here will not enter the National Assembly. And I think it's a slap in their face that none of the actual persons vying for David Smith, we're talking about temporary harbor bridge. But I understand. Clarify yourself, brother. So the persons who are actually in parliament, the members of parliament, the opposition leader, these big wigs who will be at the top of the list come 2025, they for their own cause, they don't even see a need. Oh Lord, this police story, oh my goodness, this police story getting out of control. This whole Brutus thing getting out of control. I'm in the police group, so I see a message coming in just now. Oh boy. Anyway, as I'm saying, I think it's a slap in the face of these councillors and the PNC supporters that people like Aubrey North and the persons who are enjoying the sweetness of the National Assembly and the office of the opposition leader and shadow minister of this and the shadow minister of education and the shadow minister of foreign affairs, and all these people don't see the need to come out there and advance their own cause. You understand? They send the councillors out, useless councillors at that, send these worries out in the hot Tuesday sun with a couple of senior citizens that they found from the Legion, you understand, that don't have nothing to do for the day, and stand up in the sun out here and make themselves stupid. Listen to this nonsense here.
A clean voters list. A clean voters list.
Watch your clean voters list face now. Huh? Oh man. Guys, just give me a second. Let me get some water. I don't know if it's this coffee messing with me. Please.
All right, we're out here again another Tuesday protesting the bloated voters list. We continue to call for a clean voters list, a list that biometrics must be used in compiling it. We're settling for nothing else. We refuse to go to the next regional and general elections with a list that is bloated with over 200,000 names that can be found. And so the protests continue. We'll be out here until we're heard.
The biometrics. The biometrics. With biometrics. So we are here in front of GCOM today, demanding clean voters list. As you would know, for free and fair elections, a clean voters list is a pillar. Democracy, when you speak about democracy, you speak about free and fair elections. And it's known that we have a bloated list. That is for sure. Basically, during the last elections, the whole world came and observed the elections. And what they said at the end of it is that we need to have a clean voters list. They saw so many issues with that list. As a Guyanese, fairness demands that we have a clean voters list. And so we're here demanding here today a clean voters list with a security measure of biometrics.
Claret Singh! Got to go! Claret Singh!
Got to go!
Vishu Prasad!
Got to go!
Vishu Prasad!
Got to go!
As we out here, I'm calling all Guyanese to come out and stand with us as we call for a clean voters list.
All right, let me stop the nonsense. Here, listen to something, right? So, I want to show you an article from March 8th, 2024. Right? March 8th, 2024, out of the Cde News. Here we go. So look at this. Look at this article here. March 8th, 2024, this year. Right? And based on what this APNU AFs, this APNU, this PNC commissioners say, voters list top 439. Alexander Warren's list soon exceeds resident population. Right? Now, take into consideration, Guyana is in the process of working on a census, completing and publishing a census. So, I can't remember when the last census was done. I really don't remember. But from then to now, Vincent is of the view that the population was not supposed to increase. Mind you, whilst the census is something that happens periodically, GCOM has or does continuous registration.
In voters list.
Right? Continuous registration. So let us say, for the sake of saying, right? Devon, thank you, sir. Thank you. But that's what I was getting at. Right? Devon catch on already. Devon already on the ball with where I was coming from. So, mind you, the census happens periodically. The Guyana Elections Commission, and at several times, or once they're out of like an election period, they have continuous registration where persons, once they reach the age of 18, can go to the GCOM and register who's this Samuel by? Samuel, the 270 people on this live you talking about? Sammy Wade by? Samuel? I can send it to you, Sammy. Hold on, Sammy. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, folks. Give me a second. Samuel Mule. You gotta be a mule. You gotta be a mule. Hold on. Because you're out here being scandalous. So I could tell that, either Rick Ford or somebody sent you here after y'all done had y'all thoroughfare love affair. And what? Look at that, eh? Anyway, make a bother with you. So like I'm saying to you, they're operating, and Vincent Alexander, based on this article that we are seeing here, is making it seem like he doesn't know that GCOM has continuous registration. Right? Well, probably that's the page you're looking on. Most like you're looking on the councilor's page. I don't have a big following, Champ. Right? So, you're probably on that page. I don't know where you're watching me from, brother. But here is what. Me why you watch me no more. I'm going to block you. Yeah. Bye, Samuel. Good. So, as I was saying, he is operating like he does not know the you from news desk. You watching me from news desk. Yeah, the page don't the page really got a following. There's in Borvis. Yeah. Like I was saying. So he's acting like he doesn't know that the voters list, the Guyana Elections Commission, which he's a commissioner of, does continuous registration. So if I have at the last census a population of 700 or 800,000 people in Guyana, the voters list at that time had, let me see, we had 800,000 persons at the last census. The voters list at the last census had 700,000 people. Between the time of the last census and the current census, how many Guyanese does Vincent, Norman, all these persons who calling for this, this list that is so padded, how many persons would have gone to register who would have attained the age of 18? Is that so hard to understand? Do we have an ongoing census that updates the record every time a child is born, sir? Well, I should ask this team out here. Is there a census that is continuous, that every time somebody born, it's added to the list and everything is updated? GCOM's list is updated more often than the census. So if you want a most accurate reflection of Guyanese, that's where you could look. I can't say Guyanese in the country because some of them could be out of the country as well. But you want to know how much Guyanese in the world? GCOM. You can officially say this here is a more up-to-date database of Guyanese with ID cards, or who have applied for ID cards, or Guyanese who are eligible for ID cards. Right?
A clean voters list.
All right,
Mind you, this is the same voters list that these persons went to the local government elections with and had no issue with. This is the same voters list that they won the 2020 elections on. This is the same voters list that Basil Williams and all these PNC operatives, those former government officials at the 2020 election said, hey, we had free and fair elections, at least up to the close of poll the night before. Everything went well. Same voters list. Only thing that different would be the persons who are dead that would have been removed through the process, through the GR, the Guyana Registrar's Office, or whichever officers deal with death certificates. There's that process for GCOM to request this information and have those persons removed. And then they'll have the persons who would have any time during this period, even on to today, you understand, even on to today, You could have 20 to 30 or 100 Guyanese with birthdays today that turn 18 that will go can go to GCOM and register and will be reflected on GCOM's voters list, but not in relation to the census. You understand? So the foolishness that they're peddling out there is utterly stupid and retarded.
We're out here again another Tuesday, protesting the bloated voters list. We continue to call for a clean voters list.
Bloated voters list. You're bloated, sir. You're bloated. That's the only bloated thing we're looking at right now.
A list that biometrics must be used in compiling it.
Again, this whole biometrics thing that they're running around about. Y'all remember the election when they had the voter registration card or some stupidness like that, an alternate card that was just for voting? And what happened when they lost the election? And this is what I'm showing you. These people are setting up themselves for when they fall at the upcoming elections. So they could say, look, since when we was talking about this list, that's how they beat we. It's all these people that they got. They're setting up themselves. They know that they did foolishness during the time when they had to show people what they could do. They know that they have not, as they claim, boots on the ground and win back the hearts and minds of a lot of Guyanese. So this is just a setup for 2025.
We're settling for nothing else. We refuse to go to the next regional and general.
So you hear this posture. We're settling for nothing else. We refuse to go to the next election. You could listen to something, people. Whether the PNC or the APNU or the AFC contest the next election is their business. You could. Y'all understand where I'm coming from? This man just said we refuse to go to the next elections. We're settling for nothing else. If you, as a political party, for whatever reason, decide you're not taking part in the national elections, what I got to do with anybody or GCOM or any other political party who decide to take part in it? That's your business. That's your business. GCOM is not doing anything unconstitutional. GCOM following the rules that have been established. Y'all now trying to come and implement something outside of the established rules and processes that are there. And you're not settling for anything else. You're not going to the elections. Don't go. Don't go. It's okay. Who the hurting? Who is that hurting? You not going to the elections. You not going to the elections ensures that you don't represent the few people who still follow you. You don't have any they have no representation in the National Assembly. If y'all don't go to elections, because if you go to elections, you can't get no seat in the National Assembly. So they ain't got no representation. So don't bluff anybody and talk no nonsense. You'll go, you'll get your opposition seats as normal. You understand me? And it will be what it is.
General elections with a list that is bloated with over 200,000 names that can be found.
So imagine, I just show you an article what Vincent said. This list is 706. This one here telling we know.
Protest
it got 200. Let me hear again his research. I'm gonna put it back up a little bit. Hold on.
General elections with a list that is bloated with over 200,000 names that can be found.
200,000 names that can be found. Now, I am asking, who looking for these names? Who are looking for these names? And how you determine who missing from who is missing? If GCOM got a list of people who in collect ID cards, how y'all get the list to know who to look for? Is that not private? I don't know. Is that possible for a political party to access the list of persons in GCOM that didn't collect their ID cards, and the PNC went out into the regions to look for everybody to know 200,000 people? Can't find. And out of the 200,000 people that you can't find, is that the entire list of persons who ain't collect the ID card? Did you find any of them? These people just listen to what they're saying. What?
And so the protests continue. We'll be out here until we're heard.
The biometrics. The biometrics.
Like that's news there. They embarrassingly released
So we're here in
these four
front of
people alone
GCOM
that's
today,
coming. But everybody is welcome.
demanding
And
a
you
clean
can be there
voters
with them.
list.
Everybody with a
As
banner.
you would know, for free and fair elections, a clean voters list is a pillar.
Hold on, sorry. I missed something. Sorry.
The biometrics.
So watch man. So they make an effort and to find one Indian guy to put in the protest. They make an effort.
Be out here until we're heard.
I don't like to hear what was his opinion outside of with biometrics. I would have liked to hear his opinion outside of that. You know what? I feel like next Tuesday, I'm going to go out there and talk to some of these people and ask them some of these questions. You don't know about this process. You don't know about this. You remember this and hear what they got to say. Look, I don't know what to say about these people, but the people, they found an Indian guy to come out in the protest. So they have a mix. One Indian to the rest of Afro-Guyanese that day. They have one Indian that support the protest.
Biometrics. The biometrics. With biometrics.
So we're here in front of GCOM today, demanding a clean voters list. As you would know, for free and fair elections, a clean voters list is a pillar.
So imagine this guy, this PNC representative, talking about free and fair elections, a clean voters list is pillar. You know what's a pillar two? Not trying to rig it. A pillar two is having your SOPs to show your count, your score. That is a pillar as well, sir. What really? A pillar is not having Varda Lawrence sign on the blasted document you're supposed to sign on. That's a pillar. A pillar is to have the GCOM officials be bipartisan, unbiased in the way they execute the duties in rolling out an elections and make sure it happens properly. That is a pillar, sir. And again, I say it to y'all, these people who come and talk about democracy and corruption and elections and voters list, y'all are seriously barefaced, given your track record. Put aside the last 5 years that we had under them. Anybody, PNC, PPP, AFC, anybody who goes online and you search rigging elections in Guyana, you check YouTube, you check Google, you check any search engine, it's not the PPP's name that comes up there. It's not the PPP's name that comes up there. It's not the PPP you hear about investigations in England where you find it is a butcher shop, a bakery, and some stable or something for horses. When did they doing the overseas voting and those things under which administration? For those who might not remember. So to hear a Kavaka out of the PNC talking about democracy and this and that, you are highly out of order, sir.
Democracy, when you speak about democracy, you speak about free and fair elections.
You can believe he just said that? You can believe a PNC councillor with democracy, you're speaking about free and fair elections. When you realize it, brother, when did you realize that that's what democracy means? You forgot or now you remember?
And it's known that we have a bloated list. It's that.
Who knows this? It is known by who? That's the kind of rhetoric that they put in out there. It is known by who? Hear this other piece. And listen, I don't care who say I playing this and giving them ear time or whatever. I am playing it to go through it and dissect it and show you the foolishness and the barefacedness in their commentary to the Guyanese people. Listen to this.
That's for sure. Basically, during the last elections,
he mentioned in the last elections. Hear this piece. This is the piece that jump out at me. Hear this.
Known that we have a bloated list. It's that is for sure. Basically, during the last elections, the whole world came and observed the elections. And what they said at the end of it is that we need to have a clean voters list.
That's all the whole world said at the end of the elections? So, comrade, listen to me. Could you believe this, boy? The last election, the whole world was watching. And at the end of it, all they said is that we need a clean... Look, could you believe it? All they said is that we need a clean voters list. A clean voters list. I said, but man, sir, that is all the world said, the international community, local observers. That is all they said they need for elections in Guyana. What world these guys living in? What world these guys living in? So you see their assessment of everything is tainted. Everything. The only thing he remember from Carter Center, A, B, C, E, D, F, E, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P countries, local observers, other political parties is that we need a clean voters list. That was all that was found. You could believe it? You could believe it?
Saw so many issues with that list. As a Guyanese, fairness demands a clean voters list. They saw so many issues.
You hear ye? At the end of it, we need a clean voters list. The international community saw so much issues with the list. They didn't see issues with nothing else. Y'all remember what the most competent interlocutors had to say about the elections? The most competent interlocutors? I don't think he saw that broadcast. I don't think he saw that broadcast. And again, this is the nonsense that they run into their supporters with, or whoever would take the time to listen and actually take in the foolishness. Right?
With that list. As a Guyanese, fairness demands we have a clean voters list.
Fairness. What? Me by talking about fairness. Fairness demands. Fairness don't demand that you show your SOPs. Fairness don't demand that you show your SOPs. Come on, man. Come on, man. Fairness? Fairness was what Keith Lowenfield was doing at the Ashman's building. They're putting all the people and all kind of thing. Fairness was what is that guy name? Oh gosh. Oh, you could forget his name by the returning officer. Mingo. Fairness was the Mingo bed, the bed sheet Mingo take out to call out the numbers. Fairness was the spreadsheet that Mingo had. Fairness was what the IT banner they doing with the computer in the room when people catch it. You talking about fairness as a Guyanese? That's how y'all bareface. You think people forget? You think people forget the last election? Sir, people only heard about the PNC. People my age and younger than me only heard about the PNC and what they were doing. Fairness is what Miss Cummins do. Thank you, Richard. To threaten to take away the accreditation from the international observers. That's fairness. Like I was saying just now, People like me around my age range only heard about the PNC and what they were capable of. We only heard about it. You might read it in a book, or your parents might tell you, you might hear some big people talking about it. You understand me? But Parsons had a first-hand experience of PNC behavior in 2020. And he could jump out here and talk about fairness. Y'all don't have no time with no fairness.
And so we're here demanding here today.
Demanding. This is the words that has fret me. On what grounds you got to demand anything? You all were part and parcel of trying to disenfranchise people. What grounds you got to demand anything?
A clean voters list with a security measure of biometrics.
Claudette Singh! Got to go! Claudette Singh! Got to go!
So could you imagine, again, Don Claudette Singh case, right? Don Claudette Singh case. Claudette Singh was approved by opposition and government to become the GCOM chairman. What Claudette Singh do y'all? What Claudette Singh do y'all? Right?
Veshu Prasad, got to go. Veshu Prasad, got to go. As we out here, I'm calling all Guyanese to come out and stand with us as we call for a clean vote.
All Guyanese have better sense, or the majority of them have better sense, and the majority of them know what y'all did in 2020. So why would they come out there and monkey themselves in this hot global warming sun? This is not even regular sun. This is global warming sun. Who coming out there to jackass themselves with y'all? If Aubrey Norton can't find the time to come out there with you, none of your star players, Amanzo, Risedale, Annette, who else? Who else is the stars? Christopher Jones. None of them come out there and show support to your cause, the party's cause, or what the party trying to accomplish. What nonsense you're talking? But the Guyanese people must come out and support. You get Aubrey Norton out there in the sun. Once we see Nemo, thank you, Leslie. Nemo, none of them ain't coming out there to help y'all. You understand me? None of them are coming out there to help y'all, to protest. And you calling the Guyanese people, you got 5,000 to give everybody. You got 5,000 to give everybody. You best pay them little bit of people y'all got out there and share out your couple bucks to cook up. Because if a real crowd descend on y'all, y'all ain't got them 5,000 to share. You know y'all funds limited. Do not call out people and then you can't pay them. You're not in government again. We got access and doing what you normally do. And could you imagine? I'm done with this. Let me jump over because I'm running out of time and I can't let this thing go. Somebody sent me another video with this lady.
People, yeah, please collect your $100,000 and go out peaceful in a corner, okay? All the APN, you people, yeah, put your hands up. We want $1 million.
This woman is so, oh God. Listen to me. The stuff I want to say to this lady is abusive. I can get arrested. Me want not sure nothing. Arrested for abusive language. These is the kind of things that make you want to cuss up. And listen to this. Could you imagine? She's saying all the PPP people, take your 100,000 and shut your mouth. And all the APNU people, we want $1 million. Wretch, they didn't even want to give you $10,000 for your child. The children that you complaining you're getting nothing for and only one getting 100,000 and think because you want to cover the 18-year-old money. The same APNU who you're talking about put up the hand, they want to give you $10,000 to the two children you got. Because back then, the 18-year-old would have been eligible for the grant, the Because We Care grant. They didn't even want to give you that. And you talking about $1 million? You better get from here, lady. You better get from here. So, look, some of y'all really, something wrong with y'all, you know. Something definitely wrong with y'all.
Because the wealth of this country belongs to the people of this country, and they are getting.
Hear this, wretch, but the wealth of the country. When you realize that, then people take away the Because We Care, the joint services bonus, all the taxes that they put on the senior citizen and all the products that they put it on that lash the guy in his pot, and you talking about $1 million, you better get from here, ma'am. You better get from here with that foolishness. Y'all got a lot of gall to play y'all talking these kinds of things and posting these videos. And posting these videos, $1 million. I play here. Winston John said not to shoot of it. It ain't happening. Can't happen. It can't happen. 10,000 you can't get. No bonus to the joint services. Taxes on the people, among the other things that they do. Plus, they didn't even try to do infrastructure. So now we say, well, you're getting it here, you're getting it there. They ain't even trying to do infrastructure. 1 and 2 year, you get a bonus on the end of the year, retro. Some year, you get a grant. And imagine, it's who I was watching? Oh, I think it's Kadaki was trying to equate the $25,000 grant that they gave at one of the year ends instead of the bonus as the coalition starting the grant thing. They was giving out grants first, but not on the scale. You're full of shit, sir. Excuse me. You're full of nonsense. And ma'am, you really need to come off of social media. You do not make yourself look smart in any way, shape, or form. And if I was your children, I would have been seriously embarrassed to you. Seriously, I'm embarrassed to you as just a Guyanese. Me and you come from the same country, and I shame you for you to be on social media talking this foolishness. You sound so stupid. You sound so stupid. The first video, I saw a guy did a rebuttal to her first video when she said, oh, we need to bring in foreigners. The government didn't know what they're doing. She can get 100,000. She daughter who's over 18 can get 100,000. But she child who is under 18 ain't gonna get nothing. Wretch, he collecting because we care. He collecting because we care. They're probably feeding you at the school because you probably is sending you with snack and food and them thing. Probably. You getting 10,000 off your salary. Well, I don't know. You don't even look like a government worker. You understand me? Look. This lady is seriously vexing.
Barrels and barrels of oil, and we deserve more than 100,000, more than 200,000. We want $500,000 now, and then next year.
Why you don't? Where's your child father? Why you don't want to ask your child father for that? Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Anybody could please tell me Trinidad who producing oil for how much years when they give out a cash grant to any one of the citizens? Please let me know. Trinidad or the United States, all the places that they like to reference, first world, developing countries and whatnot that are ahead of us. For now, huh? Seriously, man, come off of social media. You are embarrassing Guyanese. You are embarrassing Guyanese. And anyway, don't even let me say that. look, guys, we over time. Thank you for being here this morning on the program to spend some time with me. See you this evening again for the show with Joel Bagwadin. Don't forget that's happening at 7:30. And we can be here discussing development in Guyana. Y'all take care. Y'all be good Guyanese. Please be safe on the roadways. As I usually say to you guys before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about one Guyana.
Struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down, we ain't giving no mountains. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere, make no mistake. We ain't giving up no mountains. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
We love the open county of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right.